Hi, this is Dale Guiducci with ERA Credit Services coming to you once again. Now today I'm going to talk about starting a credit repair business in the state of Georgia. State of Georgia is one of the toughest states in the country in terms of their state laws, their local laws in terms of getting a credit repair business started. Now before I get into that, I just wanted to clarify one thing that a lot of people ask me about or a lot of people get confused about. There are no course requirements or testing or licensing like in real estate. In real estate, you got to take a course and you got to pass a test to get a license. Well, that's not the case in the credit repair industry, whether it be Georgia or any other states in the country. Although there are companies, and you can find them on the internet, that would have you think differently because they're selling certification courses, but those certifications are not required whatsoever. But in Georgia, getting back to Georgia, one of the toughest things, and one of the things that might stop you in your tracks, is that they have laws that are very, very close to the federal laws, but interpreted even stricter than the federal laws, that say that it's a misdemeanor to provide credit repair services in the state of Georgia, with some exceptions. Now, one of those exceptions is if you're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, a 501c3 nonprofit. So if you're a nonprofit, you kind of get around that requirement or I guess roadblock to being able to provide credit repair in the state of Georgia. Now, unless you have the expertise or the money, or you already are a 501c3 nonprofit, that's going to be a potential problem. But I do have a solution, of course. I do have a solution, and I'll come back and share with you what that solution is at the end. But before I do that, what I want to do is talk about challenges that it doesn't matter if you're in Georgia or any other state that you're going to face getting into the credit repair business, because this is a tough business to get into. Now, I don't want to discourage you. I do want to encourage you. And again, I do have a solution for everything I'm going to talk about today. But these are things that you need to know. I mean, a lot of people start their business and they're not aware of these things, and it causes problems for them, basically causes them not to be successful in their business. So these are just regulations and market competitive situations that I've learned about in the business in the last 7 years. We started our business in 2012. We're now nationwide. So we've been around, and I've talked to about 2,500 people over the last 7 years about these things, just educating people, because I want to see people get into the business. So here we go. First of all, you can only charge a nominal activation fee to a client to get them started. So like when I say nominal, I'm talking about small, meaning $100 or so is considered nominal. You might be able to get away with a little bit more, or some companies might charge a little bit less. But that could create what? A cash flow problem, because if you can only charge a nominal activation fee and then the rest of the fees you're going to get are after you provide services, how long is it going to take for you to provide those services? Sometimes it takes months and months and months. That could create a cash flow problem. Now, if you're well capitalized going into your business and that's not a concern for you, perfect, but I just wanted to make people aware. Another thing is you're going to need a website. Now, hopefully you're aware of that, but you're going to need more than a website. See, there's so many companies out there today in the credit repair industry like ours that have some great technology that we've developed for our customers, allowing our customers to actually have their own portal with a secure username and password, and they can come in and see the progress of their credit repair service. So that's a big thing for clients today, is to have that online access. Can you provide that online access? So that's another little challenge right there for you to be competitive with those other companies that are out there. Here's a couple of huge ones if you're not aware of this, and you'll become aware of this if you're going to proceed to try to build a business, because you're going to have to overcome this or come up against this soon, but I'm going to tell you up ahead. First of all, pulling credit. You're going to have to look at credit reports. You're going to have to see what derogatory items are there for you to challenge those items and go through the credit repair process for a client, aren't you? Now, I'm just telling you, brokers for The credit bureau. The credit bureaus obviously issue credit reports, but they do it through brokers. And brokers are actually contracted with the credit bureaus, and the credit bureaus have said, don't work with credit repair companies, especially if you're just starting out. Like, nobody's going to risk their relationship with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion to sell you a few credit reports. So how are you going to get those credit reports? Well, a lot of people, what they've done is they work with their client and they say, okay, Mr. Client, you go up and open up an account with such and such an online service. Give me your username and password and I'll go in and pull your credit so I can use it. Well, that's not illegal or any of that, but it's less than professional. But if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. So that's a challenge right there. How are you going to get credit pulled so that you can work with those credit reports on behalf of your client? Number one. Number two, this is even a bigger challenge. Taking credit cards, being able to do Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, and debit card. Merchant services companies, and if you're not familiar with that term, those are the companies that hook you up with the banks to be in credit card companies to be able to take credit cards. Merchant services companies don't like to work with credit repair companies. You're going to have a really hard time finding a company that knows you're in the credit repair business. You could hide that somehow, and I'm not telling you to do that. In fact, just the opposite. But that's a way, I guess, to get around it. But if they know you're in the credit repair business, they're not going to allow you to be able to take credit cards. So what are you going to deal with? Just cash? Cash isn't king anymore. Credit's king. You've got to be able to take credit cards. That's another challenge. Another big one, and this is so underestimated by a lot of people. I've talked to about 2,500 people over the last almost 7 years that I've been in the business now about getting into the business. And here's what they underestimate. They underestimate the time it takes to provide the services for people. They also underestimate the time it's going to take for marketing and sales. In other words, time spent with each client to explain their services and get them to enroll with them, so to speak. And there's only so many hours in a day, a week, and a month. So if you try to do all three of those things, it's going to limit the number of clients you can have. It's going to limit the amount of money that you can make. And here's another thing about that topic. Are you good at the administrative part? Like, I know I'm not, to be honest with you. That's not my forte. My forte is more in the sales side with some marketing background, and I've taught myself some marketing. So that's where I like to hang. But I'll share with you in a solution here in just a little bit. I don't have to do all that admin paperwork stuff. But if you're going to be a one-person show, so to speak, then you're going to have to do all three, and that's going to be really tough. And where is your expertise lie? Do you like all those three things? Are you good at all three of those things? Here's another big one. Other companies like ours, we provide credit repair, sure, but we also provide other services. Why is that important to know? Because credit repair, and of course, credit repair, the process of removing negative items for somebody, from their credit report, increasing their credit score, which is a very short definition of credit repair, but that's basically what it is. That accounts or works on account history. Now, account history is only 35% of somebody's credit score. So even if you remove all the negative items, you're only working on 35% of somebody's credit score. You're not working on 100% or giving somebody the best opportunity to get the highest credit score possible. But there are companies out there that do. So are you going to be competitive? In other words, are you going to be able to just offer credit repair and go up against other companies that are doing a lot of different things like ours if you compare apples to kind of oranges, the apples are going to win, so to speak. Bad analogy, but you get my point. So you got to think about that. Can you provide other services to work on the other 65% of somebody's credit score? Here's another one. Not as huge if you want to start just in Georgia, say, but if you want to expand your business, right, you got to think about outside of Georgia. So if you jump all through all the hoops, the 501c3, you get established in Georgia, say, and then you're working with, if you're smart, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, bankers, and they have clients outside of Georgia, maybe in South Carolina or Tennessee or Florida or wherever it is, you're not going to be able to work with those clients. where other companies, again, like ours, we can work with people in all 50 states, again, putting us in a very competitive advantage. When I go talk to a real estate agent or mortgage broker, doesn't matter where their clients are coming from, I can help them. So that's huge right there. So all these things are, and there's more, but these are kind of like the highlight things that people need to be cognizant of. And certainly that one with the state of Georgia, misdemeanor to do business in Georgia, unless you're a 501c3, I think maybe an attorney or a bank or a credit union. Well, if you're not one of those things, man, it's going to be tough to start a business in Georgia. But I've got a solution, of course, all right? I've got a solution. You can work with us. You can lock arms with us, and you can become an independent agent for our parent company because they've got the entire infrastructure set. They've got a staff that's going to do all the admin work for you. Like I say, I don't like doing it. I've got a staff, then you could too, that are going to do all that paperwork and pulling of credit and analyzing credit reports and drafting dispute letters and keeping the client technology or information on our online portal all up to date and all that stuff that I just wouldn't want to do. They pull credit. We've got that handled. We can take Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, debit card. We've got all that handled. We've got marketing materials and videos that are compliant to Federal Trade Commission, federal government laws, already set and ready to go. You don't have to deal with all that and reinvent that wheel. We meet the legal requirements in all 50 states. So yeah, you could do business just in Georgia, but you could do business anywhere in the country right away. We also have these other services that you can help a client with 100% of their credit score, putting yourself in a phenomenally competitive advantage against anybody that's providing credit repair in the state of Georgia right now. I mean, someone might go, hey, I'm thinking about working with this other credit repair company. You could say, yeah, but they're only going to help you with 35%. I can help you get the highest credit score possible. That's huge right there. And yes, we've got customer support available for our clients, yours and mine, if you choose to work with us, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. Customer support, you're not on the phone just taking calls. Because why? Because you're out there marketing your business and getting new customers. That's how you're going to maximize your business growth, and that's how you're going to maximize your income. And here's maybe the coolest part that you might not believe right away, is that you could get started today. You could get started today with our company that, by the way, has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and a national certification by the National Association of Credit Services Organizations. Huge. So right there, instead of you starting your own business and you don't have all those certifications, you don't have all that experience, you could start your business with us and have all those certifications and that credibility that goes with competing out there for business. But you could have all that, which is so valuable, and you could get started for less than $300. Less than $300 out the door to get started in your own credit repair business with everything I've said. It's just amazing. Again, this is a company I've been working with for almost 7 years now. Strong 6-figure income, national business, work out of my home. I mean, I don't know where you could go to find a better opportunity in this industry for sure. And if you want to find out more, go to our website, www.eracreditservices.com. ERA Credit Services, plural.com. You're going to go to the website. You'll see some tabs across the top. Click on Business Opportunity. I've got a page devoted to sharing this business model. There's one video on that page, one video only, so you can't get lost. Watch that video. It's 25 minutes. You might go, oh my gosh, 25 minutes? That's a long video right there. Not if you really want to know this industry, not if you really want to find the best business opportunity. It's a great video in that it gives you all the details. I love videos for people to watch because it shares 100% of the correct information 100% of the time. The other thing that it does for you is that you can pause it. So if I share something on that video that you don't quite understand or you have a question about, pause it, write down your question. And then here's the best part. Once you're done with the video, if you like what you see, which I think you will, then you can book a phone appointment. You hit that tab, up comes my calendar. You'll see when I'm available. Pick a day and time that you're going to be available. It goes right on my Google Calendar on my computer, so I know I've got to call you that day and time. And we'll have a conversation. We'll take our time. I'll give you my 7 years of experience of not just kind of the business model and kind of what it looks like up here, but down in the trenches, down and dirty. What does it take to go out into the market and build a successful credit repair business? I've done it. I can share that with you, and I'm happy to do so. So go there. Watch that video, book the phone appointment. Guys, if you got some value out of this video, like the video and listen, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to keep putting out more videos about the business, about the industry, about credit repair in general, so that you can learn whether you come on board with us or not. So like the page, go ahead and subscribe. And listen, the main thing, though, is to get to our website, eracreditservices.com, business opportunity page, watch the video, book that phone appointment so we can talk, and then we'll do that, and we'll figure out if what we're offering is right for you. So hope you have a great day, and book that phone appointment. We'll talk to you real soon. Take good care.